gents, participants, is everyone ready? Does everyone hear me?
Yes, yes.
So let's start that all over. Is everyone ready?
Yes!
A little bit stronger. I mean, they should be able to hear you in New York, right? United Kingdom, is everyone ready?
Yes!
All right, that's even better, that's even better. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. That means may the peace and blessings of God be upon you. Thank you so much for attending our 2014 Charity Challenge event. It's wonderful to see everybody here this bright Sunday morning. Is everyone warmed up or is everyone a little on the chilly side? Now you can't say it's warmed up because this is the United Kingdom. It's cold here. I got on a suit and I'm still cold. I even wrapped up my little neck thing here, a little scarf. I know I look odd, but you just have to bear with me. So anyway, we'd like to get a brief introduction from our respected Farouk Mirza Saab. Please feel free to lend us an introduction.
Our esteemed guests, Peter Shilton, Lord Ahmad, and MP Jane Ellison, and all of my dear brothers and sisters and our charitable friends here today, I welcome you all to our flagship event for the Mercy4Mankind banner, our charity challenge, MK 10K. This year, we're going on the back of a very successful year last year that was held in Milton Keynes, where we raised throughout the calendar year £250,000 for our over 20 different charities. These charities include national charities, Save the Children, Click Sargent, Macmillan Cancer Research, etc. But also our regional charities that we've incorporated last year, Anthony Nolan Trust, etc. Family Line, and of course this year we're honoured to be represented as well by the Rainbow Charity, which Peter is representing as well. And all of our new charities on board today, thank you for coming. And I hope you enjoyed today's event, and I hope you can really come together to try and raise our target this year of £350,000 for all of our wonderful causes. Right now, we are, from last year, as said earlier, we collected £250,000. As of 3 o'clock this morning, I can confirm that we were sitting on just under £240,000. And that's with 6 months remaining of our target. So that's a phenomenal effort from all of our regional charities and our regional controllers from around the country. So again, a big thank you and a big welcome to everybody. And with that, I'd like to welcome you all and thank you for attending today.
Thank you, Farouk. So this next guest is actually one of my personal favorites. You know, soccer, as we call it from the American side of things, isn't one of our strong suits. So now, being a permanent resident here of the United Kingdom, this one here was my favorite. I got a chance to learn a lot. So this is our dear beloved Mr. Peter Shilton. Now, just to give you guys, you know, coming from someone as ignorant as I am when it comes to football, not soccer, I'll have you know, I actually had an opportunity to learn a lot, so let's just go through this really quickly. Of course, most of you guys actually already know who he is. He's a former English footballer who plays as a goalkeeper, currently holding the record for playing more games for England's men's team than anyone else, earning 125 caps. Is that right? So 125 caps, and he also holds the all-time record for the most competitive appearances in world football. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you our dear respected Peter Shilton.
Thank you very much for that introduction. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, thank you very much. Good morning. Somebody said that. It's great to be here today, obviously, and what a fantastic venue for something like this, and we've got great weather as well. As was just mentioned, I'm obviously here representing the Rainbows Charity, which is obviously for terminal children. They do some fantastic work. I've been to many of their events, and I've got to say it's incredible the sort of support that they give to families who are put in this very difficult situation with their children. And it just brings tears to your eyes sometimes to see what work they do. It's invaluable, and obviously all the money that you raise today for all the different charities is, I think, is fantastic. It's all voluntary, I've been told, and to me that really brings the spirit of what people are really about, because to put yourselves out, to give your valuable time, to raise money for all these various charities as well as Rainbows is something that I would just like to congratulate you all on, because I do think it is a fantastic thing you're doing. And obviously today it's going to be a very physical thing for the majority of you. I hope that you've all prepared very well for this run and walk, I've been told as well. So I think some of you will maybe try and run the whole distance, and some of you maybe walk most of the distance. But whatever way you do it, you're going to raise a lot of money for a very important cause. I would obviously be a sportsman, getting on a little bit now obviously, but I still like to keep myself pretty fit. But I'll just give you a little bit of warning. Make sure that you do warm up a little bit before you start. Have a little jog around. Do a few little stretches, for your hamstrings and for your calves. Make sure that you're actually got a little bit of stretch on before you start walking or running. It's very important, because the last thing you want to do is to sort of start off and after 5 minutes have to pull up because something's pulled it or whatever. So you want to try and complete it if you can. So I'll give you that little bit of advice. As I say, stay within your limits. I always used to do that when I used to do pre-season training at my clubs, because being a goalkeeper, we weren't exactly the best runners in the world, although we did train very hard, different type of training, but not so much long running, so I had to be very careful. So I do know what I'm talking about now. Just be very careful, enjoy yourself out there. If you feel as though you're just getting a bit too tired or you're pulling something, slow down, have a walk, just take your time. Obviously some of you will want to compete it, and I'm sure a lot of you will, and that'll be a fantastic achievement. There's not too much more for me to say, only that congratulations again to everybody here today, all you very youngsters who are taking part. Well done, absolutely brilliant. When I started out in my career, I was very young. I remember playing for my hometown club, Leicester City, when I was 16 and a half, which you wouldn't get in football these days. I remember I had to put a lot of work and a lot of dedication. The one thing I would like to say to the younger members is when you're young and you're growing up, always set yourself a goal, and then once you've achieved that, set yourself something else. And in that way, you're always trying to improve and always trying to get better. And that is what I did when I was starting out in football. And thankfully, I achieved most of my goals. Sometimes you can't do it, but if you set yourself a goal, give it a good shot, and try and move on to something else. And today your goal is to try and finish the run or the walk. Again, thank you very much to everybody taking part. Well done and congratulations. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
So Mr. Shilton is right, and I can tell you that I set a goal for myself when I was young as well. And let's see, I did about 5 minutes of playing soccer just about a month ago, and I can tell you I was bedridden for about 3 or 4 days. So it's good to set yourself a goal, but one thing you also want to keep in mind is that the effort that you put in today is just but one of many goals, and those goals will never change. Serving humanity, doing good for others, acting upon the advice that Peter just gave to you, this is the goal that is the most valuable in life, because everything else will come and go. The money will come and go. So by spending and by putting in efforts like this, you'll see your return just increase. So next up we have our very beloved Lord Ahmad of Wimbledon. Now, one of the things we just want to point out for those who don't know him, he's also a member of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. So he's also served as counselor for the Mertonborough Council from 2002 to 2012. He then became vice chairman of the Conservative Party from 2008 to 2010, and now he is the Lord's spokesman for the Department of Business Innovation and Skills. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome to our very dear beloved Lord Ahmad of Wimbledon.
In the name of Allah, gracious, most merciful, Assalamu alaikum and good morning to you all. to our respected youth president. It's a great honour to be here this morning with you, not least because I think I have the more comfortable job now. Years ago, I was National Sports Secretary for the Youth Association, so the pulling your hair out, running around, wondering if everyone was going to get here on time was something that I was deeply concerned with, and sometimes it's quite nice to sort of float in, have a cup of coffee and then sit up here and take in the sun. But this is an absolutely incredible and phenomenal event. I remember I was saying to Peter and Jane as we were preparing for this morning that this event started in 1984, and at that time we raised the grand sum of about 400 odd pounds, and we felt we'd achieved a great deal. And mashallah, by the blessings of God, the fact you've already achieved close to £250,000 collected is testament to your particular hard work and the ingraining of charity and the service to humanity within the Youth Association. You know, the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, who we believe to be the advent, the reformer of the age, Hazrat Mirza Ahmad, said of charity that the love of charity in everyone's heart should be reflective of the same love that a mother has for her child. And you being here today with the effort you're putting in reflects very much that particular ideal, that principle that was actually put down by the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Finally, if I may, referring, and I'll embarrass Peter a bit here as well, I think it's entirely appropriate we're here with my colleague from the House of Commons, member of the ministerial team, who's also a health minister. So what she will say after I've spoken, I would listen to very wisely. But Peter, embarrassingly, I suppose, or should I actually plug your record here? Years ago, and I was a great, believe it or not, I aspired to be a goalkeeper once, and I played quite a few times between the sticks at Qudam al-Anbiya Ijtima. But Peter and one of his great rivals, Ray Clements, there was a great rivalry between the two. But the important thing was, they were rivals, as you will be today, but they were also friends. They were very close friends. They travelled together, they would share rooms together when they played for England. And despite their rivalry, they remained very good friends, and that's the spirit which should encompass you today.